Greetings, welcome to another episode of Man Cave Meals. Today we are going to cook pizza on the grill, so sit back and enjoy. Okay, we're going to get started with our homemade pizza dough. We're going to start with 1.5 cups of lukewarm water. We'll pour it right in the mixing bowl, and then we're going to add 1 packet of instant dry yeast, and we're going to mix that up just a little bit to rehydrate the yeast. We're going to let it sit for 10 minutes or so till it starts to get kind of bubbly, so we'll be back momentarily. Okay, now that our yeast has had time to rehydrate, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients for this dough. We're starting out with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder. Now I'm going to give that a quick mix around here, and then we're going to add our flour. I use 3 cups of bread flour and 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. So now that that's all in, we're going to set up the mixer. So I've got the KitchenAid set up here with the dough hook, and we're going to turn it on and mix it on a kind of a medium speed and let the dough knead for about 10 minutes. Okay, our dough is ready, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of here and put it in a different bowl. Okay, I've got another bowl here that I've lightly greased with olive oil. So we are going to take our dough out of the mixing bowl and put it into this oiled bowl. And then we're going to roll it around in the oil just a little bit to get it kind of coated. And this dough is still going to be very sticky at this point. And then we're going to cover this bowl with a towel and let it rest for an hour and a half. And let that dough rise up to at least double. Okay, our dough is almost finished rising, so we're going to fire up some charcoal here and get ready to get started. We're going to be cooking over indirect heat with the pizza stone, so we'll let this charcoal get going, and we'll be back to start making a pizza. Okay, I've got my charcoal lit, and I've got it set in baskets on both sides. If you don't have the baskets, you can just bank some charcoal to each side, or bank it all the way around the outside edge of the charcoal grate. So now I'm going to set my grill in place. I'm going to put a chunk of smoking wood on there, kind of press it down a little bit so I can get the grate closed back. Put another small chunk on this side. I'm using apple wood today. And now we're going to set our pizza stone on and let it warm up. Now I'm going to let it warm up for just a couple of minutes before I close the lid. You don't want to heat this thing up too fast. So we're going to let that warm up, and then we'll get started preparing our pizza. Okay, we've got our pizza dough that's risen up. So what we're going to do is take our clean surface and spread some flour around on it, and then we're going to turn our dough out, and our dough is a little sticky, so we're going to work it a little bit. We're going to work some more flour into it. Now that we have our dough rolled out, are ready to roll, we're going to use a lightly floured rolling pin to roll this dough out. Just kind of have to take your time and roll it out as thin or as thick as you like it. And now we're going to let this sit for a few minutes while we let the grill warm up and let it rise just a little bit more. And for our next step, we're going to put our dough on our pizza peel, which we have covered generously with cornmeal. And form it back out. We're going to first top it with a little tomato sauce. Spread it out. You don't want to put too much. And next we're going to layer it with provolone cheese. And finally, we're going to top it off with pepperoni. Today we're just making a very simple grilled pepperoni pizza. Okay, our grill's good and hot. We're ready to put this pizza on. Ultimately, you want your grill to be 450 to 500 degrees. Hotter is better. So let's lift the lid here, and we're going to slide our pizza right off, hopefully without too much resistance, right onto this pizza stone. And we're going to close that bad boy up and let her cook. Okay folks, here we are about 9 minutes later with a perfectly cooked pepperoni pizza. And you can see our crust is not burned. It's looking real good under there. So we are going to shut down and call it a day from Man Cave Meals and go eat some pizza for dinner. Give this a try sometime. You're going to love it.